What's going on, guys? Hey, it's Anthony with the Wrenched Out Garage, and today we're finally gonna install the new, let's see if it'll show it. There it goes. Emblems for the front and rear of the Camaro SS. So you guys want to stay tuned if you're interested in doing this. So let's go. Alright guys, so it's been a while since we did an update, kind of a while, kind of not. I've got the garage partially closed. And again, I'm Anthony, this is Wrenched Out Garage. If you guys aren't subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below or at the end of the video. We do weekly garage talks where I talk about the Camaro, V-Rods, other cars, and truck related stuff, including motorcycles and a lot of other cool things. Today we're finally getting to do the install on this. The way that we're going to try to do it, I have a heat gun. I'm going to try to do a couple of passes and see how strong the adhesive is. We'll start with the front and then I'll turn the car around and then we'll do the rear. I will be installing these in the same spot, I believe. We'll see how the back looks. The car is a little dusty, so it does need to be washed. I did wash it a short time ago, but it sat outside as we were working on the garage. So let's start with the front and let's do this. Alright guys, so this is obviously the emblem that we're going to go ahead and get rid of. I do have the turtle wax bug and tar remover for the residue behind it. I've got the emblems. I've got some Scott's towels here for any kind of cleanup. I also don't want to get the bug and tar remover on any of the other parts. I've got my heat gun, and anytime that you go to do this, make sure and do kind of even passes and don't just sit there and hit it, because you don't want to. I don't want to mess up any of the paint or anything that's around it. So if you do even passes and kind of watch, then you should be okay. And there we go. And obviously if you can get up any of the old adhesive with it. So the front, obviously the kit, well, not the kit, these come as singles, so you'll need to order the front and the rear. The front has the pins in it, so there's our comparison. Obviously this versus this, so red versus kind of the black or silver. And then what you'll want to do, and actually I may not, you want to peel off. The front's obviously a lot more forgiving because this is just a gloss plating right here. And a little, well, not really trick, but you can also heat this back up a little bit. And then we'll let it sit. And so this is going to get rid of, you know, this is bug and tar remover. So the cool part about that is once it sits and you wipe it completely off, you are pretty much good to go. And the nice part about the way they did this front is simply because it's pinned, so you don't have to worry about, you really don't have to worry too much about alignment or anything else on this guy. You just want to make sure and get up all the old adhesive so the new one gets in there very nice and seats in the way it should. You don't want to question whether or not you got it stuck in there. There's just a tiny bit of the glue left. Alright, that pretty much is all it wrote. And then obviously you want to make sure on this guy, let's see if I can get the camera to move my head out of the way. Let me see if I can get it to There, kinda. There's two pins, one's flat. That's flat, and then the other is rounded. And the way that the cutout is, it's the same. So there's the one to the passenger side is the circle, and then the other side is flat. You want to obviously remove it. I would highly suggest don't touch the adhesive. And then all you're gonna do, especially for the front, is pop it in. And I would definitely just sit there for a minute and kind of push it in all the way around it. It just takes a second. Kind of get your finger behind there, because you do want the adhesive to definitely adhere. So you just take your time. Alright, so that is the front. What we're going to do is, it's pretty simple. I'm going to pull the car out, and then once the car is pulled out, obviously I'll turn it around, and then we'll start on the rear. So let's keep moving. Alright guys, so we backed in the Camaro. One thing, obviously I taped off the emblem, as you can see here, and the reason it's taped off is just so I can make sure and hit it at the same location. So I'm gonna be very careful and keep this keep the heat as well concentrated in the one area as possible, because you don't want to mess up the paint of your car. So obviously you can do the fishing line trick, which is just cut it down with fishing line, but I think that this will work. Just be careful, take your time. Don't turn it on high heat. It only needs enough heat to just get the adhesive kind of broken up in there, so it's not quite as hooked on. Maybe just take your time. And there it is. And so on this one, obviously there's no pins, there's really nothing. So if you really wanted to, you could just go without any kind of emblem on the back. So there it is right there. Obviously it's flat. You do have, and you will have quite a bit of dust buildup. And that's pretty much really it. I didn't have, it got all the adhesive off, so I'm just going to spray a little bit on this cloth and hit it real quick. Do it one more time. Kind of let it sit there. So it's coated on. I'm going to let it sit for a second. I did get all the adhesive off. It all came off straight. Obviously the paint isn't damaged. You just have to be very careful. Shoot right on, get right off. Don't turn it on high. Just take your time and do it that way. Or you can use a fishing line. With a fishing line trick, you just get a piece of fishing line and then you just go real slow and you cut right through it. And that's pretty much all you'll do as far as that goes. So that pretty much wraps that up right there. Now it's ready for the install of the new badge. So here it is, right here. So we took it out of the package. Obviously it's the same exact thing. There it is. It just has this plastic backer. So let me check on alignment here. Take your time. And for me, I'm just starting on the top line because I know that that line is straight. And the same as the rear, or excuse me, the same as the front, you'll just want to kind of touch it in a little bit. Don't get all crazy, but you want to make sure that the adhesive, you're applying a little bit of pressure to the whole thing. It does have that kind of gummy back. And then we'll remove the tape. And there is the new rear emblem. So let's take a look at this guy real quick, and then we'll wrap this video up. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in to another install video on the Wrench Out Garage. Again, if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. We do Garage Talk every week where we feature the Camaro, motorcycles, other people's rides, and a lot of other cool gearhead style stuff. So make sure hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching the Camaro SS Emblem install. You guys be safe on the road, and we'll see you in the next video.